Hi, ladies. Do you know that the vagina is a self-cleaning organ? Uh-huh. It cleans itself. That's the way the Lord made it. It has normal flora and it has acidic pH level that helps it to clean itself. So the Lord has already prepared it to clean itself. So all you need to do is to make sure that environment is clean. Use plain water, plain warm water if possible. Do not use any soap, scented or unscented. It's going to irritate that place. That place is very delicate. It's very, very gentle. It's a sacred environment. So that's why you have to be gentle when you get there to clean it. Hello family, welcome to another beautiful edition of Annie Authors channel. If today's your first day watching me, please hit the red button that says subscribe and turn on the notification button and you will be among the very first people that will be notified whenever I post something new. If you're a returning friend, family, well-wisher, subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. I really love you. Okay guys, so in today's edition, it's gonna be all about feminine health. I'm going to be talking about how to take care of your vagina. I'm sorry if you're offended by that word, but that's part of your body as a woman, and you need to know the name and call it by its name, okay? All right guys, so let's be in our moral mood and let's talk about how to take care of our vagina as a woman. So let's sit back and discuss. We're going to start by wearing the appropriate underwear. So as a woman, as a lady, as a young girl, the best underwear to put on is 100% cotton, okay? Do not wear underwear that is too tight. No, that's not going to be good for you, okay? It's going to make you uncomfortable and also irritate that area. We all know that vaginal environment is very sensitive. So while we prefer 100% cotton underwear or cotton panties is because it's breathable, okay? It prevents bacteria from trapping in between your vagina and your underwear, okay? So this is going to make aeration that facilitates in and out of flow of air from your vaginal environment and in and out, okay? So it's going to help you maintain that place as cool as possible, as comfortable as possible, and it increases circulation of blood in that area. So again, this will help to prevent yeast infection, okay? Another thing we do to take care of the vaginal environment is to wash it, okay? When you wash your vaginal environment, please use plain water. Do not add anything to your water, okay? Do not use scented soap or maybe all these vaginal wash and all that stuff. No, just use plain clean water. At most you can use warm water, okay? So again, your vagina doesn't need anything scented. It's very sensitive. Even scented on underwears, no. Scented pad, you know, the sanitary pad, the menstrual pad, do not use anything scented. Scented tampons, please do not use those. They're going to irritate your vaginal environment and create the opportunity for bacteria to grow and invade that area. Taking care of the pubic hair. Every one of us have hair in that environment, I'm assuming, okay? But how to take care of that hair matters a lot. So medically recommended is to trim it, okay? Use a little scissors and trim it carefully. Trim it, okay? So this is going to prevent that area from being irritated or being bumpy or maybe having rashes, irritation, bumps or pulses or ingrown hair or even rashes or redness in that environment. So that's why we need to trim it as low as possible. Then another thing people do is shaving. If you must shave, shave in the direction of your hair growth. So if your hair grow pointing downwards, shave going downwards. If your hair grow pointing sideways or upwards, you shave in the direction where your hair is pointing at, because going in the opposite direction is going to irritate the root hair, the hair follicles, and again is going to rash up and become so itchy and irritated. Then another thing you have to do, or people do, is waxing. Medically, waxing is not recommended, but people do it anyway. Waxing alone is very, very irritating, painful, and I haven't done it before though, but I have seen it in videos and I have had people talk about it. Those who have done it, is very, very painful, irritating, and vigorous and intense. Okay, so again, that's gonna make you feel bad, and also it might even scrape your skin the way they pull the thing. So that's why we need to be very, very careful. And if you're using hair removal cream, also be very, very careful. These creams are made up of chemicals, and these chemicals will end up irritating your vaginal environment, the pubic area, okay? And again, what does it do? It's going to react and rash up and become itchy, reddish, and also have pus in the root hair, in the root follicles, okay? So that's why some of those things you see on TV, on radio, in the grocery stores or pharmaceutical stores, you need to be careful. It's not everything that you need to use, okay? Then people do douching. Do not do that. It's not recommended. If you must do anything like that to pamper your vaginal area, if you go to your bathtub, make sure that it's thoroughly clean. Clean it with good soap, okay? Then you rinse it. Then you put in water, plain warm water. Sit in it for about 15 to 20 minutes, 2-3 times a week, okay? That's how you pamper that area. You make it to rejuvenate, and you make the hair environment to become more comfortable, more relaxed, okay? And this also going to facilitate the oily glands in that area to come out, and you can see that area glittering, and the hair also looking very, very nice when they start growing out, okay? And also, when you soak yourself in warm water, it also helps to kill bacteria around that area, you know, a kind of make those bacteria to leave that environment and flow into the water, which is going to be flushed out later on. Again, do not put anything in that water. Just use plain warm water. No soap, no scented, no nothing, okay? Plain warm water. Sit in it 10 to 15 minutes, 3 times a week, and that will also pamper that area. It needs pampering too. When you use the bathroom, please wipe from front to back. Never wipe from back to front, because after using the bathroom, that means after having bowel movement or even peeing, wipe from front to back. If you do it the other way around, you're going to introduce bacteria into the vagina. So that's why you need to wipe from front to back. Please, no matter how exhausted you might be, how tired, how sleepy you might be, always get up and urinate after doing the do's. Yes, after intimacy with your partner, with your husband, please always get up and urinate. Always get up and urinate. Why? Because the urethra and the vagina are very, very close, and the urethra is shorter than the vagina. So if you don't do that, you know, during that activity, the friction, that is fluid, might be fluid. I don't know how fluidy you might be. So when that doing is happening, the fluid might be just mixing up from the other side to the other side and rubbing on the other side. So when you get up to go pee, it helps to wash off some of those things, okay? And if you didn't do it, some of those fluid that transfer from the other side to the other side might cause urinary tract infection. So that's why you need to get up to go pee, to help wash and cleanse those canals. Very, very important. So another way to take care of that environment is never to have unprotected sex, okay? So just follow me the way I'm saying it, okay? Because this is social media and we need to be a little careful and a little matured, okay? So never use scented condom. It's not good, okay? Again, that's gonna introduce bacteria and irritation to that environment. Married women, if your spouse is the type that goes everywhere, please always use protection when doing with him, okay? Otherwise, you're gonna be infected with what you don't know, okay? And another thing you have to do, you and your spouse always go for annual STD check once a year. Go to your doctor with your spouse. Have STD check. Let them have a rundown of you so that you and your spouse will be sure that nobody has anything by any means that could be dangerous to any of you, okay? Then another thing, ladies, always have Pap smear. If you are 21 and above, or if you are sexually active, always have Pap smear every 3 years. But if you are at risk of cervical cancer, then you can have it once a year. What do I mean by at high risk of having cervical cancer? Maybe you have had genital warts before, you know. So always, if that's the case, then you're going to be having Pap smear every year, but otherwise it's recommended once in 3 years. Again, Pap smear is mainly to detect early stages of cervical cancer. It's to increase your probiotic intake. So make sure you eat yogurt at least once a day or at least 3 times a week. Yogurt has probiotics, so these probiotics will help to increase the growth of normal flora in that environment, to maintain, helps to prevent vaginal infection, as well as introduces healthy bacteria to that environment. Also, you can drink buttermilk. Buttermilk once a day, a cup once a day or 3 times a week is very good, because it's very high in probiotics. And also there are other supplements in the store that are high in probiotics, or they are just probiotics over the counter. I cannot recommend any, but or again, you can always discuss with your doctor and they will give you better directions because they know you one-on-one. Okay, cranberry intake is very good for that, for the health of your vaginal environment. Once a day, 3 times a week, increases the urine output, the health of that environment, kidney, vaginal environment, because urinating more often helps to cleanse the vaginal area. And again, cranberries are loaded with acid that fight off bad bacteria, prevent complications from bacteria, and also relieves and prevents UTI. So cranberries also helps to balance the vaginal pH level. So eat a lot of cranberry or drink a lot of cranberry, but do not drink those ones that are packed with sugar. Otherwise, the benefit will be forfeited. Then is to take care of that environment during your menstrual period. Even if you flow very minimal, do not carry one pad or one tampon from morning till night. Change frequently, okay? Change frequently, because that environment needs to be kept dry. But during your period, you have no choice. But again, changing frequently is going to help that environment to stay healthy and odorless, and also keep it clean and prevent the growth of bacteria in that environment. So during your period, please, if you can, always have something like, some people might use diaper wipe, but use the unscented, the natural wipes, okay? Moist wipes, so that when you change your pad, you wipe and clean that environment before putting on the new pad. That will also help to minimize the bacterial growth and the odor and everything that might be in that environment. And also, please never use scented pad, never use scented tampons. Again, this is going to irritate that pad. When should we be concerned about that environment? When do we see the doctor? When do we know that something is wrong? So if you have any abnormal discharge, vagina naturally has its own discharge. So this discharge shouldn't have any foul odor. Shouldn't have any color. If you have anything contrary to any of these things, please see your doctor immediately. So if you have any smell, discharge that is coming out of that environment and is smelling like fishy smell, please go see your doctor. Something is wrong, okay? If that place is itchy and is burning when you pee, or you're having pain during intimacy, go and see your doctor. Something is wrong. And if you see any greenish, yellowish, dull grayish, smelly discharge coming out, please go and see your doctor. If you see any cottage like whitish type of stuff coming out, please go and see your doctor. Any cheesy type of discharge, go and see your doctor. Something is wrong, okay? Increase your fluid intake. This is very, very good for your entire body, not just that area. All right, ladies, thank you so much for listening. I hope we have learned one or two things how to take care of ourselves as women. It's not everybody that looks clean is clean, okay? So we need to be careful. Some people are clean and at the same time very, very dirty down there. So we need to be careful. All right, ladies, thank you so much for watching another beautiful edition of Annie's channel. If you're a gentleman watching me, please do not forget to share with your love female ones. They need it. Your mom, your sisters, your girlfriend, your wifey. They need to get this information. Please, we are heading to 1,000 subscribers. So please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, go to my channel and subscribe this weekend. Do not let it pass by. We have to make that 1,000 goal. All right, guys, I love you so much. You all are my greatest joy. Bye, guys. Mwah.